So I wanted to make a quick video on my Magnum swap standalone harness out of a 96 OBD2 Dakota. I'll be putting it in my 72 Valiant here. And I got the schematic from a Facebook group and just kind of went along with it, drew it out, and tried to I used my factory service manual for the truck to get all the colors correct on what I needed here. And you know, like my ignition power, I have dark blue. That's my makeshift ignition switch right there. And then the red and white for the battery positive, I'm using the whole fuse panel here. And so I found that in my case, this red and black wire would power up the battery hot on the fuse panel, which in turn powered up the red and white wire on the computer and had that taken care of. Most of this was already in the fuse panel. As far as the fuel pump, the dark green fuel pump signal wire, I kept it dark green and black in my case. I kept it, and I just kind of have it makeshift. It's coming right out of the fuse panel straight to the fuel pump back here. Just have the whole tank sitting in the back of the truck just to make sure my wiring would work. And then just a ground just to run the motor, the fuel pump motor, I mean. And then the starter solenoid here, or the starter relay, all this is in the fuse block, you know, already wired up. Your brown, I figured out my brown was the neutral safety switch. I have that plugged up on the transmission. And then in my case, my activation wire for the starter would have been yellow right here. It looks like a mess, but it's really not too bad if you have some notes and have a diagram in front of you. So I just got all this wired up. I don't have any of the transmission stuff plugged up just yet. I do plan on running that transmission, but I'm just seeing if I can get the engine, you know, running right now. I didn't do anything different to the engine harness itself. It's all the way it would have come. I've just kind of stripped some wires back so I could do a little tracing. I don't have any accessories or anything on it right now. Like I said, I'm just trying to get it running. I have a little makeshift ignition switch. Here's that dark blue wire I was just telling you about. I have it labeled ignition. That's just running over to the battery hot. Then I have my battery hot coming right to the fuse panel. So I should be able to flip this switch and you hear the fuel pump prime. And then I should be able to take this yellow wire, this is my ignition switch wire, that activates the starter relay, and touch it to the terminal. And just like that, we have a runner.